Hi, this is Janice Went with Perfectly Clear. This video will be covering how to batch process using Perfectly Clear within Adobe Lightroom, using our recommended workflow. Batch processing using our plugin is a real time saver, and it preserves the original raw files by creating new exported files that are optimized and ready for Photoshop. Or you can send them out for printing without the need for additional adjustments. There are two ways you can use our plugin in Lightroom. If you only have a few images to correct, then use Edit In. How to use Edit In is covered in our video, Getting Started with Perfectly Clear for Lightroom. Generally, it is best to use Perfectly Clear through Export. The strength of Perfectly Clear is how dynamic the automatic corrections are that you can rely on. Export also allows for more workflow options than are available using the Edit In pathway. While in the library mode, select the images that need to be batch processed. One way is to select your first image and then hold down your Shift key to select the last image. Another way is to use your speed keys. Since I'll be using all of the images in this folder, I'm going to go ahead and do a Command or Control A. And that's going to select all the images all at one time very quickly. Now the next thing I want to do is apply a preset to this so that the images are ready. One way of applying the preset is over here on the right hand side of Lightroom. We have under Quick Develop, Save Presets. I'm going to go down to one that I've already created in my user preset, PC Preset. So that's my Perfectly Clear preset. Now this is going to apply it to all of those images since I selected the PC preset. You can also save time by using this PC preset when you import your images. Therefore, you won't need to do this step in your export workflow. Down on the left-hand side, you want to click on Export. The Export dialog box will come up. On the top, you have your Export to. You can choose where you want to export to, so we're going to export to Athentech Perfectly Clear. Right below that, you have the option of System Presets or User Presets. User presets would be all the different presets I've created myself. The system presets are those presets that come with the software. This group of images is primarily landscape, so instead of using default, I'm going to use landscapes. You can always make additional tweaks and enhancements after batch processing. It's a lot easier to decide what images you want to take to the next level after Perfectly Clear has applied its optimized corrections. Also, image enhancement and/or creative effects will be much easier after these corrections are applied. The real power of our plugin is the robust automation of the many corrections it makes with just one click. Using this automation here will save you a lot of time as your first step in your workflow. This checkbox allows you the option of making tweaks image by image similar to using the Edit In workflow. However, the image by image and pixel by pixel automatic corrections of Perfectly Clear will allow you to get great results without having to make adjustments for each image separately. There are more than 100 images, and making tweaks to each one would be a waste of time. Check this box to hide the Perfectly Clear window. This will allow Perfectly Clear to make dynamic corrections hands-free. In the Export Location dialog, we have the option of where to save our images. I would suggest saving it in the same folder as the original, but it makes it easier if we put it into a subfolder called Perfectly Clear. To view the corrected images within your Lightroom catalog, check the box in front of Add to this catalog. After the batch process is completed, both the original file and the Perfectly Clear image can be viewed in the library view. It is important to make sure that this is selected to save you the extra step of importing the images. Now let's go down to File Naming. File naming allows us to identify those images we've already applied Perfectly Clear to. I've already created a custom setting that has PC on it. So it shows _PC standing for Perfectly Clear that has been applied to our file. I'm going to skip video and go to File Settings. File Settings allows us a choice what type of image we're going to export, whether it's a JPEG or a TIFF, the color space, and the quality of the compression. I'm sending out this for printing, so we're going to do a JPEG, sRGB for the printers, and the quality of the compression at 90. I don't need to use any of the other ones, so let's just click Export. Lightroom will automatically open the files in Perfectly Clear, applying landscape setting, and save as JPEG for printing in a subfolder. You can do as many files as needed at one time, including thousands of images. Now you can walk away knowing that all will be processed correctly. All 100 plus images have been processed. The corrected images can now be seen next to the original raw files. You can see how great a job that Perfectly Clear did on all of these files. The ones to the right are the beautiful Perfectly Clear files. You can see how nicely it did a great job, all hands-free. I didn't have to touch and do any custom adjustments. Each one of those images that stands out are the Perfectly Clear files. Thank you for watching this video on Perfectly Clear Export in Lightroom. For additional videos, please go to www.athentech.com.